Good evening, and tonight we're delighted to be joined by Tamworth FC ladies coach Ryan Hamilton. Good evening, Ryan.
Evening, man.
So I've done a little bit of research on you, Ryan, and it seems that Tamworth FC have landed quite a talent, really. You're very experienced given your age. How old are you now?
22.
22. So you've been coaching for about 7 years, is that right?
Yeah, about 7 years since I was 15, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your journey so far.
So started off when I was 15, coaching just grassroots sides, and then sort of last 2 or 3 seasons got involved in the women's section. Started with Leicester City Ladies as assistant manager there, and then with Burton Reserves, and then eventually Burton First Team last season, and then obviously delighted to have now come across and started working at Tamworth.
You've been through a couple of clubs there, which some would say are bigger clubs than Tamworth. So what would be the pull really of coming to Tamworth?
The biggest pull for me for coming to Tamworth was just how close the link is between the women and the men. Since the first meeting here, it was clear that it wasn't going to be the women's side left to themselves. It was going to be sort of a one club venture. Although some of the other clubs I've been at have been maybe at a high level, there was never the same sort of link and the same passion to actually drive the women's team as high as possible. So that was a big selling point here. The other things, the facilities, second to none. The men's academy sides, fantastic, the setup, and hopefully we can replicate that with the women's, which I know is the plan. Just incredible pulling.
Brilliant. And what do you enjoy most about coaching?
Most about coaching is a little bit of self-satisfaction from seeing players that you've helped have a bit of input in. So players go on to, whether it's with us or whether they progress on to do other things, but helping them improve both as sort of people and players, yes, it is rewarding.
A chap called Danny Bray has been brought in to work alongside you. Have you worked with Danny before?
Yeah, so Danny is one of my oldest friends, and also he was my assistant both with Burton Reserves and with Burton First Teams. And then, fantastic young coach. We bring different things to the party, and then we've also just brought in Leon Howard as well. He's going to be another one of my assistants. Again, slightly older, more experienced, but again brings other things to the party. So it's looking good. We've got a solid management team.
And the trials are going on at the moment, aren't they? Last week and then again this evening. How's it gone so far?
Fantastic. First one was sort of overwhelming with not just the amount of players but the quality of the players as well. We weren't expecting to have sort of 17, 18 players all of a very good quality. We had a couple of players drop in from 2-3 leagues below to come in trial. We had young players coming through, that some of which hadn't played senior football before, and it was a great mix. Sunday's trial again, we had some real good quality, and then tonight we know that we've got more numbers again, and it's going to be good to see some familiar faces as well.
It'll be difficult to turn some away, I guess, with it being so popular.
It will be difficult, but I'd rather have that than the opposite way around. So yeah, we're in a good place. Looking forward to starting pre-season now.
Brilliant. Okay. Are you a full-time coach? Is this what you do for a living, or do you have another career alongside this?
So I coach full-time. Usually a lot younger than seniors though. So I go into schools, go into nurseries, and deliver sessions there. So sort of coaching, but multi-sports as well. So not just football, but obviously football's my passion, and that's what I enjoy doing, and it's hopefully something that I will be making a career out of full-time.
Okay. Do you play yourself?
Not anymore. I've played for a number of years, but these days it's much easier to just coach it than play it.
Yeah, I can kind of tell you don't play actually now from what we saw on Saturday in the Staff v Supporters game, to be fair. What are the highlights so far, Ryan, of your coaching career?
So probably the biggest highlight for me was last year I was involved with the University of Leicester, ran one of the men's sides there, and we won the league. That was fantastic, just being involved with a club that were so willing to work hard, and a team that was so willing to work hard even when sessions where I couldn't make it or anything. I knew that there was a high quality session going on. Lads were fantastic, and obviously it's always nice to win a league. But some of the other things, so as well as being at Burton Albion last season, coached at my local grassroots team, Groovy, and we had a under-9 team there, again with Danny Bray as well. And we found out just yesterday that 4 out of our squad of 10 have all been signed on to go and play for Leicester City this year. So again, it's a massive highlight to be able to play a bit of progress in these players' progression.
Yeah, it's a massive marker really, isn't it, when you get that many taken on by a big club like Leicester. Fantastic, well done. It's an exciting time to be involved at Tamworth Football Club, as you know, and the club are aiming to have the girls/ladies academy running on a par and to mirror the boys, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, by this time next year. What role have you got to play in that?
I think the biggest role for me and the rest of the team, whether it's players or managers, is just making sure that the academy and the people of Tamworth in general have got a team that they can be proud of, you know, playing good football, well organised in a very professional manner, and give the girls that we've got in the academy now something to look up to. Whatever part I can play in that in terms of helping bring players in or going and showing my face at training sessions, or my players going and showing faces at training sessions, that's a bonus. And it'd be nice to have some of the young girls come and be mascots for us and ball girls for us and give them a sense of what they can achieve. But the plans are fantastic. From speaking with Rich about how they want to mirror the men's academy and the boys' academy, it's fantastic. There's not many of the clubs that have that vision to be as equal as the men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very often seen as a second fiddle, isn't it? But
it is, yeah.
So to be seen as equal, that's great. Okay, so talking to you the other day, you said that the foundations really here at Tamworth FC are already in place. Can you just explain a little bit more about what you meant by that, really?
So a lot of the times in women's football you find that it's very separate. So not just the fact that the men's and the women's are seen as equals, but often they play at different places. So I've been at clubs before where your men will play at one ground, they'll train at one place, and the women are sort of cast aside. Whereas here we've got the best facilities by a mile in not just our league, but probably the 2 or 3 leagues above as well. And we'll be playing and training here, you know, mirroring what the men sort of do. So the foundation is fantastic, and the staff on board and behind the scenes as well, like the desire and the plans that they've got to go forward. The foundations are fantastic, and now it's an exciting time to be able to put these into place now and sort of see what we can build.
Excellent. I've only met you a couple of times, Ryan. You've been at the club for a couple of weeks now, but it's obvious to me that you're quite a driven and focused individual. So what would your ambitions be in terms of your own personal ambitions, but also for Tamworth FC ladies as well?
So me personally, my ambition is to make sure that I'm coaching at the highest level I can be, and hopefully not just in terms of team, but also getting through my coaching qualifications. For me, I want to make sure that I'm on my UEFA B as soon as possible and getting through things like that. But in terms of Tamworth ladies, I'd like to think that we can progress as a team now. To have a successful first season, we'll see what becomes of that, but long term to try and get us up through the leagues and make the most of what we've got. We know that we've got incredible staff, we've got incredible facilities, so now and we've got a very loyal fan base already. Just from the staff versus supporters game, the amount of interest we had from fans of the men's team wanting to come down and wishing us well and stuff, we know that now we've got everything in place, so it'll be nice to be able to give these people something they can be proud of and take this team up through the leagues, which I'm very confident we can do.
Lovely. Okay, well, thank you for your time this evening. I know you've got a busy schedule and the trials going on, etc. So thanks again. It's been great getting to know you, and I'm sure the viewers will appreciate getting to know you a little bit better. Viewers, please remember to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. It's free. Don't be scared by the word subscribe. It helps us out massively. So please hit subscribe, and then you'll be notified of any new content as it's released. Thank you.